Buttonwillow Raceway Park. Jeff, welcome to Buttonwillow for round 6 of the Nitto Tires U.S. Touring Car Championship. Jeff, how long has it been since you've been out at Buttonwillow?
It's been a long time. It was November of last year when the last time I raced here. I was actually here 2 weeks ago doing a magazine shoot for one of the big magazines. Got to drive all the big cars, but it's nice to be back. It's a little bit cooler, a lot more windier here today than it was a couple weeks ago, so we'll have to see if that's going to play into the hands of some of the boosted powered cars we have here today. But other than that, it's a really nice day, nice weekend. We'll have to see what's going to happen with the cars. A little cold this morning, kind of chilly. We'll see if it's going to warm up this afternoon or not, but right now it is kind of cold.
It is, and I'm very excited to see what happens. We've had 5 different winners on the last 5 races. We're on round 6 now. Will we continue that trend and have a different winner again this week?
I sure hope so. We've had different racetracks, too. This is our 6th different racetrack. We ran Infineon once, and we used a little short turn 7. We ran Infineon again. We used a long turn 7. Thunder Hill backwards, Thunder Hill forwards, Thunder Hill forwards with new pavement. Now we're at Buttonwillow. So it's like, I mean, I don't know what else can change. I mean, it seems like everything more that stays the same, I guess, the more it changes, maybe. That's what they always say. But there's a lot of people that can win today. We'll have to see if that's going to play out.
I don't know. I think the new pavement is kind of a stretch for that whole different track theory, Jeff. I'm not sure I buy that one. But I will give you that Buttonwillow is challenging. It doesn't have a lot of elevation change, but it has some bumpiness in the track. A lot of these cars are very rigid in their suspension, so sometimes those bumps can really be unsettling and cause some dramatic spins and turns. There's a lot of dust off the track, so as soon as they put a wheel off, there's a huge cloud of dust, and other cars run the risk into running into other cars that are off or in the dirt or what have you.
Last event, which you weren't at, and I said the new pavement, you weren't at that track, so how do you know the pavement wasn't different? I was by myself. Becky Arsham was actually nice to step in and help me out as my co-host, but the biggest thing at Thunder Hill was not the pavement, it was the big berms. They had not cut the berms down after they paved it yet, so I guess they have that fixed now, but that really went to a lot of the cars' advantages that weren't so great. You know, Jerry Bradbury, who's actually here today, and we got Michael McCulloughan in the RX-8, had a great race till the end. Of course, they're fighting for the top rookie honors as well. Duplicolor top rookie honors, I believe. Yeah, Duplicolor is stepping up and sponsoring the Rookie of the Year for us, and they had a great time and a great race, and it was all due to the new pavement, so their cars kind of equaled the playing field out a little bit there because everybody was on the same set of notes. Nobody knew anything about how the pavement was going to be, how the Nitto tires were going to handle that new pavement. They know now. Now they're out here at a track. We don't race that all the time. We don't even test at this track, so this is a whole nother dice to throw at the cars, and we'll see if some of those back runners can come up to the front and make that better. We've got Bradbury, McCulloughan. We have Tom Lepper's back. He's in a new car again. He's going to see if he can win the championship with like 6 different cars, I guess. But he's in the Honda Euro R from OPAC Racing Spoon Sports. And then, of course, Curt Simmons in the SRT4, last race winner. And then I think Andy Chittum, he's got like this big wing on the back now and a big splitter on the front. I don't know if he's going to try to fly out here with all this wind or if he's going to race. We'll have to see if that BMW can pick up any speed or not. I'm looking forward to this first practice session, kind of see what we're going to happen.
Thanks, Jeff. It sounds like we're going to have a great weekend. Let's join Jennifer down in the paddock. She's going to be talking with some of our drivers. I believe Curt Simmons is up first. He's driving the Stevens Creek Dodge SRT4.
Stevens Creek Dodge just came on board as of Thursday. We haven't even had a chance to re-decal the car yet, but that'll happen for the next race. And, just a lot of good things happening with the team right now. We're sitting second in points and possibility of still winning the championship if things go right.
That's great. So, Curt, you were showing us a little bit what you were trying to do to fix this throttle pedal, and I have to say it's ingenious. I mean, you're making do with what you've got on site, on hand. You've got long-term plans to make it more sturdy, but is there anything else on the car that you're having to do this kind of ad hoc, creative fix for?
Well, yeah. Chrysler was built this fine, beautiful piece here out of plastic. Metal and plastic, and the plastic part decided it was going to get all egg-shaped and not hold the throttle pedal anymore. So we went over, all had an ice cream, got some nice popsicle sticks, and our fine sponsor Permatex has this beautiful epoxy they gave us, and we're making a new throttle pedal out of some popsicle sticks and epoxy. And when we get home, we'll make one out of metal. But I had no idea this thing was plastic until it failed today, basically.
And so you were saying basically the entire gas pedal was moving away from your foot, right?
Yeah, the biggest problem was when you go to right foot brake when you're doing a downshift, the pedal would move over and you would actually hit the gas pedal, the brake at the same time, which essentially gave you no brakes. And it makes it for an interesting corner sometimes.
Andy, I hate to say this to you because I know that you've been really working hard. You've had a grassroots efforts. You've had a lot of support from your sponsor. But up until this race, I mean, you did well last race. I understand that you placed second, but you've really been pretty slow. I mean, I'm not sure how else to say this, but Andy, quickness was not you. So tell me what has happened here. You've transformed, you've changed, something is different. What have you changed in the car, in your driving style? What's different?
Well, we've improved on a number of areas, actually. We've been able to sort of dial the car in a little bit more to the absolute limits of the rules in a few areas, and we've been able to work with USTCC to get a few special things that we're allowed to do now. And best of all, we've had our partnership with BTM Motorworks has really, really paid off well. Brad and the guys down there have really been working hard. A couple of really excellent trick parts they put together, some little additional adjustability this car wouldn't normally have, and we're able to get the power down so much earlier with so much more grip and go so much faster that it's, I think you're seeing some pretty good results from that.
Okay, so when you say special things, Andy, are you talking about this enormous wing that was not on this car a month ago? Have you seen this thing? It's huge. What prompted the wing? I assume that you have a front air splitter as well, because they go together.
That they do. Well, that was actually sort of inspiration from BTM Motorworks. Brad came up with some plan on putting some things together for the car, and we sat down and drew out a couple things and did a couple of real quick tests, but I was really amazed at how well we were able to pull the car right off the trailer and just be fast. It just worked. It just worked.
So, Michael, we also have the Duplicolor Rookie of the Year. You're currently in second place for that, but during practice today, Jerry Bradbury actually had an incident with his car, and he's had to withdraw from the race. So now you're in a position to make up a lot of points. Tell us about what your strategy is as far as locking down. You've got to stay on the track. You've got to not make mistakes.
Oh, well, definitely. Last race was interesting because me and Jerry went at it really hard, and I actually got by him and then ran out of gas on the last lap. So that was a little bit of I thought I finally was going to make some points up on him. And so I was looking forward to another good battle with him here. But obviously, now that he's out, it's kind of a drag for me. I won't be racing as hard with him. But definitely try to get a strong finish and definitely keep it on the track because if you don't finish, you don't get many points. So and we'll see if we can make up some points. And then maybe next race, go after him and see if we can finish in front of him.
With Bradbury's problems, McCulligan now has the door wide open to try to win this Duplicolor Top Rookie of the Year award. He has to push and push and push for the next two events, try to collect as many points as possible. Now back to Jennifer and Jeff.